Hey, Mariah here. It's a pleasure, honor, and privilege to be reading for all of you. So I know I have not done an all signs in forever, maybe since January. So I'm going to do an all signs for all the signs, right? Aries through Pisces. So there should be timestamps in the description box below. We are going to look at the good things that are coming your way for the rest of April, May, and June, right? So next 2.5 months, right? What are the good things that are coming your way? So let's start with the sign of Aries. What is coming towards our Aries? What does our Aries need to know, Spirit? Oh my goodness, I'm hearing the old, oh my God, why am I hearing this old Rough Riders? I'm hearing this old Rough Riders. Is it Rough Riders or DMX? It's the stop, drop, son, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. You're on your stuff, Aries. That's what this feels like. Stuck energy. Lost. I actually really do like this. Underneath that is courage. You probably can't even see it. Right underneath that is courage. We have loss. And we have stuck energy, which actually came out. So, Aries, this lets me know. And again, the reason why I like this because we're talking about the good things that are coming your way. So if you've been experiencing feeling like you're in a rut, whether it's emotionally, psychologically, mentally, physically, you just feel like you've been in a rut. You feel like you've been spinning your wheels and spinning your gears and not getting really anywhere, and maybe not seeing the progress. And I know you guys have a lot of energy within you, right? So you don't like for that energy to feel stagnant, and you don't like to feel stagnant. You don't like when you're not seeing momentum or movement or progress in a specific area in life or an area that you've been putting a lot of energy into, and you're not getting the outcomes or the returns that you're looking for. You're not yielding the results that you're wanting. But again, this is the good thing, because if you've been in this stuck energy, whether it's due to a loss, whether it's a loss in finances, a loss of a person, a loss of some circumstance in your life that maybe you loved or relied on or you could count on, or there's some just form of loss in any way, right? Whether it comes to your security, stability. The reason why I'm hearing this song and now it's starting to click together is because you're about to make momentum. You're about to make movement forward. You're about to push through. It's like, it is like, now I'm hearing the Kelly Clarkson song. See, my music catalog is all over the place. I'm hearing, I think it's Kelly Clarkson. I spread my wings and I learn how to fly. I do what it takes till I reach the sky. And I take a wish and then make a change and break away. That is Kelly Clarkson. Okay, that's the song that I'm hearing now. It's like you're getting ready to break out of the stuck energy. You're getting ready to see things happen for you, Aries. So this is really nice. Once was stuck will no longer be stuck. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. And I'm sorry for the bright coloring over here in my windows over here. And it's still bright as day in Texas, so. Make a wish, make a change. We got metamorphosis. Speaking of making a change, like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you are about to get your wings. When I tell you, I don't be picking up this stuff for no reason. I don't pick up this energy for no reason. Okay? Listen, Aries, you're getting ready to come into a new season. Especially, we're in your season. We're in Aries season, right? So this is your solar return. This is the point, if you will, the pinnacle of... Sorry for my cat Lucky. This is the pinnacle for you, Aries, where a new lease on life is getting ready to happen. A new change is getting ready to happen for you in a specific area that you've been putting a lot of energy, a lot of endurance, a lot of, whether you've been praying, asking spirit, trying to figure out how to make something work. How are you going to get something done? How am I going to see the outcomes that I'm looking for in this area? What do I need to do to, because I just see a person exuding a lot of energy, but constantly hitting their head on a brick wall. Constantly hitting their head on a brick wall when it comes to something here, Aries. Tell me more about the good things that are coming towards my Aries way. Rest of April, May, and June. Good things that are coming my Aries way. Rest of April, May, in June? What is coming towards my Aries? We got the Ace of Swords. 2 more. What is the good things that are coming my Aries way? You may find out about something too, Aries. Knight of Wands. Oh, I love this. 6 of Swords underneath that. The Hierophant. Sorry. I love this. I love this. Because we got the, mind you, I don't even mind the Empress in the reverse. I'm going to be honest. Empress in reverse. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Wands, that was on the bottom. 6 of Swords, which was on the bottom. And I only wanted to take 3, but I had to take the bottom cards because all of this tells a story. Listen, Aries, there's something that may have happened that may have not felt, that may have made you feel no longer in your energy, right? That may have, you know, brought you down a few pegs, right? Whether it's emotionally, psychologically, mentally, because we do have this 5 of Cups here. So this is something that's past tense. There's something that happened or you found out about, or some truth or some realization, whether it's an epiphany or some form of insight, some form of download that you had, or you found out about this externally. It's like it removed you from your element. You didn't feel in your power anymore. It feels like something took something away from you, whether this was a decrease in finances, a loss in job, a loss in a lover, a loss in a life circumstance, a loss in a moving situation or opportunity. It could be whatever it is, because the Empress talks about abundance in all aspects of life. There's something that you found out that really brought you down a few pegs, but the beautiful part about this is 5 of Cups, so this tells me this is past tense. Now you're getting clear with yourself, right? Because when I'm getting this stuck energy, it feels like you were trying to figure out how to move forward from the space of still feeling disappointed or still feeling less than or still feeling incapable. It's like you were trying to move forward, but your energy internally wasn't in alignment to create what you were trying to in the external plane. So because of that, you're running your wheels in a circle, not getting anywhere. Knight of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the Hierophant. And mind you, this is your energy, even though it can be represented by Sagittarius with the Knight of Wands, it's still fire energy. So now it's like between the end of April, May, and June, you're stepping back into your power. You're stepping back into your energy. You're now having a clearer Ace of Swords, 5 of Cups in reverse, a clearer understanding of where you're going and where you're heading. I would just tell you, though, make sure you pace yourself. Knight of Wands and the 6 of Swords. There's something that's calling you. There's some, like, it's one of those things of, how do they say it? Certain things don't work out, so that way better things can fall into place. And that's what this Hierophant feels like. So say, for example, Aries, and it's not telling me specifically the good thing, because all of you will have this applied to a different area, but it's still beautiful no matter what area it applies to. Say, for example, Aries, you had issues with your finances, right? Whether you realize you can't afford to live due to inflation, gas prices, you know, what you're making, or say you end up losing a job. And it's like you're in this state of feeling less than or feeling a state of lack and trying to find new jobs or trying to find new sources of income, and you're not finding anything, right? Because energetically you weren't in line with this, right? It's almost trying to make something happen out of a state of fear, out of a state of scarcity, out of a state of lack. And because of that, you kept running your head into a wall because you weren't doing it from a state of mental and emotional and psychological clarity, right? So when I'm looking at this, this lets me know that because you're having this understanding, or you're coming to this realization or understanding about, you know what, let me release this. I can't change what's changed. Worrying will not change an outcome. Things are just what they are. What can I do now? What can I do next to make my situation better? And the Hierophant is here. This is letting me know that Spirit is bringing an opportunity, whether it's, say, for example, back to our example of finances. It's like now you're going to end up finding a position that's in alignment with the kind of finances you want to earn. Or now you may end up finding that love that's in alignment with the type of values or virtues or morals that you have, the kind of outcomes you want in a relationship. Say, for example, this has to do with moving, right? Maybe you are in a space of wanting to move, but circumstances wouldn't allow you. Now the energy and space is clearing up. And because you have more of a level head or a clear head, you're now looking and finding places that are best in alignment with you. The Hierophant. Aries, this is beautiful. Between end of April, May, and June, expect big change. Big change. Again, all of you are going to have this in a different area, but the area that you felt the most frustrated or the most stuck, that's the area that this is happening in for you. So Aries, I'm going to leave it here. It's been a pleasure. I thank you so much. Bye. All right. Hi, Taurus. Happy to have you here. Such a pleasure. I know I have not read for you in quite some time, but we are going to look at the good things that are coming your way. So we're going to be looking between the end of April, since we're heading into mid-April, end of April, May, and June, right? So it'll be your birthday season in between these time periods. So happy early birthday. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another all signs reading, but if I don't get to it before your birthday season, happy birthday season to you, Taurus. I wish you well. As a Taurus moon, I love you guys. So let's get into it. So what are the good things that are coming my Taurus's way? Between, thank you, intuition and manifestation. Beautiful. The healing light. And family. Ooh. I'm going to just go there, Taurus. This isn't going to resonate. This part is not going to resonate for everyone. So just hold on for a quick second before you click off. For my Tauruses that have dealt with family struggles, whether it's having an estranged family, maybe you have an estranged relationship with your children, maybe your parents, maybe your siblings, etc., or maybe your spouse, between these months, there's going to be an opportunity to really heal things. Whether this is something you've been wanting or they've been wanting, I just see a strong healing of a family presence between you and certain family members or a certain family member. Specifically, if this does have to do with love, this would be your spouse. This is not somebody you're in a relationship with. This is not a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. This is not somebody you're dating. This is actually somebody who would actually be family, that would have legal jurisdiction over you in some capacity, or your immediate family. There's healing that's getting ready to happen. Now, outside of that, right? Because that is a blessing, and that is something that is a positive outcome or something positive to look forward to. But more importantly than that, Taurus, whatever it is that you've been manifesting, it feels like it's coming to fruition. It feels like it's getting ready to come to fruition. Let's see. Tell me the good things that are coming my Taurus's way. I'm hearing, oh my goodness. And now I'm hearing, oh geez. I'm like a literal jukebox. Any and every genre I can pick a song from. And I'm hearing, it's an old Alicia Keys song, You Don't Know My Name. And I'm just hearing the chorus, You Don't Know My Name. So I got to go back to that family situation, because you may have upgraded your life, changed your life. You may be a completely different person since the last time these people interacted with you, or maybe you just evolved and changed and you're on a completely different wavelength. There's a need, or there's going to be an opportunity to reintroduce yourself. The version of who you are today is not the version of who you were yesterday. And it's like you're almost having to reintroduce yourself to these family members. And then on a broader scale outside of that, right? If you're not dealing with a family situation, now I'm hearing Jay-Z, I'm back. Sorry. That's kind of one of the words in one of the songs go. So this feels like you're going to have to reintroduce yourself to the world. Ooh, Taurus. Oh, this is like solid energy. And the reason why I'm saying this is solid energy is because it feels like people or circumstances, or more so has to do with people, they may have tried to hold the old you to who you are today. They may have tried to put your old ways or behaviors or characteristics onto who you are today. And the thing about this healing, like, you've evolved. You've grown, you've developed, you've matured, you've grown further into the woman or the man that you're meant to be. So when I'm hearing this even on a broader level now, this is like you having to you having to reintroduce yourself to the world of, no, this is who I am today. I'm not who I was yesterday. Those things that I had to deal with, I had to go through, maybe characteristics that I had of yesteryear. Yes, all of those were important towards my development, but don't hold me to that today, because I'm not that same person. I've grown, I've changed, and I'm more mature than what I was back then. So because you're going through this evolution and change, it's like you're now stepping into a new version of you. And for a lot of you, you've already stepped into a new version of you. And you're in this embodiment of, I own my truth. I am who I am, and I'm not going to let anybody take that from me. See, the thing about what good things are coming your way, sometimes they're not about finances or love or cars. And I know tarot can kind of reduce things to that situation. But a lot of times the best things that can come our way have to do with our own emotional well-being, our psychological well-being, and our place in society. So when I see Seeker of Truth, which came out, and it says, you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. You know who you are. And not only that, you're accepting you for who you are. And not to say you never accepted that, but other people may have not accepted that. And I'm not saying that you even care what other people think about you or how other people feel about you. But you better believe that that these people, whether it's strangers, whether it's family, whether it's lovers, they are going to respect the hell out of you for who you are today. You understand your truth and you've accepted you for who you are. And if they can't accept it, that's on them. But it's like you're stepping more into this full essence of who you are. And I love this. And a lot of you have already stepped into that. And it's just a matter of, are these people going to catch up with the person I am today or the version I am today? Or do I have to keep on moving and living in my truth for my own mental and emotional and psychological well-being? That's what this feels like, Taurus. That's how the lyric goes. What you want me to do? I'm back. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands in the reverse. Oh my God. Some of you may have been wanting to have a family, have, the family unit. For some of you, maybe you didn't come from the best family dynamic. Maybe you came from a dysfunctional family and you want to break generational curses in this lifetime and have the family dynamic that you've always either wanted or you've never gotten to really have. And I do see an opportunity for you to do that if you're in that space, right? Say if you already got a partner or if that's what you're looking for. I see you being able to further understand or maybe further meet people that are wanting that same thing. Overall, though, 10 of Cups starting out, I mean, you're just going to be in this space of feeling like... Now I'm hearing another song. I'm not going to keep throwing songs at you, I promise, Taurus. But I'm just feeling like you're in the space of like getting what you want. Some of you may be wanting to move. Some of you may be wanting to travel. Some of you may be wanting to, and it doesn't have to be long distance travel, but just kind of get out more, experience life more, be more happy in your own body. I can't deny, though, the Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles in the reverse, 2 of Wands in the reverse, 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords. This is you knowing your truth. Again, you're just like Aries, kind of. Your energy isn't necessarily, oh, expect a car, or oh, expect a house, or oh, expect this new love to come in. No, yours is much greater and much deeper than that, Taurus. And that's the important part here. Things that didn't serve you, things that you may have invested into, people that may have not seen your worth, people that may have not seen your value, people that may have reduced you to just this certain idea, or maybe they put you in a certain box, or maybe they had a certain concept of who you were but never really took the time to really get to know you, or never really took the time to hear about your dreams or what you wanted to achieve in life. People that could just really care less but maybe put on the front like they did, because we got the Hierophant here in the reverse. So this lets me know that you may have dealt with people that were not in alignment with you, even though they may have put up a facade or a face or something of that nature to make it seem like, okay, we're on the same page. No, these are people that never really give 2 shits about you. I'm just being honest. Whether it is family, whether it is a lover or lovers, whether it is friends, whether it is, because we got 2 pentacles, it could even be in the workplace, right? Some companies or some jobs will say we care about employees or we care about the corporate culture, and really they can give 2 less shits. You're just a number on a spreadsheet. It's just like you're releasing things that you're clearing space for your manifestations. You're releasing things and people and situations that are not bringing you the outcomes or yielding the results that you're looking for. And by you clearing the space, it's allowing for you to have things enter into your life. Knight of Swords and 10 of Cups, things that really do serve you, and along with your manifestations, again, whether this is healing stuff with your family, whether this is, aligning yourself with relationship potentials that are looking for family, or that are looking for marriage, or that are looking for long-term partnerships or life partners. This is you clearing out people, places, circumstances from your life that have disappointed you, so that way you can allow the things that you want to come in. And because we got this 10 of Cups, it is coming in for you, Taurus. I want to pull one more. I want to pull another deck really quick for you. Tell me about my Taurus, Spirit. Ooh, way too many. Just one card here for my Tauruses. The good things that are coming their way. Opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be dressed to impress and be prepared. So beautiful. What is it, Taurus? 10 of Cups and manifestation and intuition. What is this opportunity? Because with this 10 of Cups, it says yes. Whatever this opportunity that's coming towards you, it says yes. And also say yes to it, right? Don't stay in an indecisive state. 2 of Wands in the reverse. Don't be indecisive. Make sure that whatever this opportunity truly does align with you, make sure that it does before you invest your time, effort, or resources into something that's not yielding the outcomes you're looking for, or that's not giving you the happiness you want. But whatever this opportunity is that's backed up by this 10 of Cups, say yes to it, because it really is going to make you fulfilled on all levels. So Taurus, I'm going to leave that there. Just know it's been a pleasure, honor, and privilege, and thank you. All right. Hi, Gemini. Hopefully you guys are doing really well. You guys are good. So let's get into it. We're going to see what good things are coming your way between the months of, well, let's say late April, May, and June. So for my Geminis, what good things are coming their way? I'm hearing Under the Sea by The Little Mermaid. Everybody that I've done this far has like channeled something out of my mental jukebox. But I'm hearing Under the Sea. There's something about exploration here. You're exploring something, whether it's exploring some concept or some ideology or some belief, whether it is actually exploring going somewhere in the real world or even a vacation. I'm just getting, you know, you're getting into warmer weather, warmer climate, or there's just a warmth because of some understanding of something. Wow. Angels of the 4 directions is on the bottom. And what came out is victim mentality. Interesting, Gemini. What's going on? What's going on? And it's interesting that I was picking up Under the Sea, because if you look at this guy's window, you can see all like the water coming down. So again, I'm getting something, because that looks like a tropical rainforest. Don't be too much in your mind. Don't be too much in your mind, Gemini, during this time. Why do I say don't be too much in the mind? Don't overthink, and I know that's hard, right? Because you are, you know, ruled by Mercury. You're an air sign. You tend to be in the cerebral. You tend to be in the mind a lot of times thinking. But there's sometimes we can overthink ourselves out of things, or we can overthink things and start to, you know, make assumptions or see things that are not really there. And as brilliant and as bright and as concise as you are, Gemini, it's unfair to you. Don't do yourself a disservice. But I like that it's here, because when we say what good things are coming to you, it's like whatever you may have been allowing to weigh heavy on your mind, you're breaking free of that with the angels of 4 directions, as you can see. Underneath that is great gratitude. So it's like you're getting ready to take simple pleasures in life. There's something about travel here. And mind you, this is still around the time frame around your birthday season as well, right? For my Geminis that are born in June, late June, this is still your birthday season. We got metamorphosis. Aries has this. So you may be a Gemini with some Aries in your chart. But it does say like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you are about to get your wings. So I really do like this, because you're breaking free. You're getting out of the mind. You know what this feels like, Gemini? This feels like, you know, because I know they say, depending on where you are in the world, they say that, you know, seasonal depression is a real thing. So around this time frame, we're already in spring. We'll be moving into summer. And that's what this feels like. It's like almost like seasonal depression lifting. Not saying that that's what you're going through, but it's like whatever you've been having weighing heavy on your consciousness, whatever you've been having weighing heavy on your mind, whether you've been in a victim mentality, whether, you know, dealing with other people and them playing the victim. And because of that, you know, it kind of has you in your mind and overthinking and maybe thinking about situations. It's like with that card being there, it's like you're breaking out of that. You don't want to deal with it. It's like you just want to feel light again. You want to feel full again. You want to feel whole again. And you're getting ready to go into a new season of change. So tell me what good things are coming my my Gemini's way. What's coming towards my Gemini spirit? We got the 5 of Wands. That's that internal conflict. 8 of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Wands. Ooh. And the Magician. What have you been manifesting, Gemini? What have you been manifesting? Because we got the King and Queen of Swords, and I don't want to make this necessarily about love, because this can be just somebody that you have an interpersonal relationship with, but I am going to use it in the context of love because it's the best way or the easiest way for me to explain the energy. King and Queen of Swords in the reverse. So, of course, that's you with that King of Swords and whoever you're dealing with, Queen of Cups. But, again, it doesn't have to be, you know, you're masculine and they're feminine. You could switch it as is. Still just the energies. It's like there's been some form of conflict. Maybe somebody's placed the blame on you. Maybe you've been getting in conflicts, whether it's with your partner or just feeling conflicted about your dating life, whether this is with a family member or friend. It's like you don't want to deal with the fighting, whether somebody tries to blame you for shit or you feel like they're taking on the victim role, or you've been treating yourself as the victim, as of like, what do I do about this? Why is this happening to me? I've been trying to be a solid, fair, balanced, good person to this person, and I still, you know, end up with the short end of the stick. Eight of Swords in the reverse, you just don't give a rat's butt anymore. It's like during the next 2.5 months, you're just getting into a state of like, you know what? I can't change what I can't change. And thinking and overthinking and feeling stuck does not change the outcome, does not change the circumstances, and it does not change what has happened. And because of that, it's like you're really breaking free. You really are. It's like whoever this is, or because it does feel like somebody that you've dealt with here, Gemini, 8 of Wands, you two aren't speaking. Somebody, again, could just be playing the victim, right? This is, you know what this reminds me of? People who throw rocks. This reminds me of people who throw rocks and then act like, you know, they got hit. That's what this feels like. People who throw rocks and act like they got hit. Or because of somebody's guilty conscience of their bad behavior or their issues or their conflict that they started, now they don't want to take accountability, or now they don't want to face the situation head on. Because that Queen of Cups does talk about emotional manipulation. So this could have been somebody that has been emotionally manipulating you, or they've been taking on that victim mentality of, you know, I didn't do anything wrong, or I'm not going to apologize, or I'm not going to make anything right with Gemini because, you know, they just don't want to own up to piss poor behavior or their actions. And I'm not making you seem innocent here, Gemini, but I don't know the situation, so I'm not going to put your feet to the fire. But I will tell you, Knight of Cups, for like one or two of you, and I mean literally one or two of you, whoever this person is, whether it's a romantic partner, family member, friend, I do see an apology coming in, and that may allow you to get out of your head. So over the span of late April, May, and June, you may end up hearing from this person after not hearing from this person for some time. But it's kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of messed up, because it's like this person comes in after you start really breaking out of your head about the situation. And then here they come, trying to apologize. For others of you, and most of you, if not predominantly all of you, with this Knight of Cups here, it's like you're just going towards things that are emotionally fulfilling, right? You're taking that cup, you try to be this person's friend, you try to be this person's lover, you try to be this person's confidant, you try to be this person's family member, and it's just like it got you nowhere. It just caused more issues and more strife and more rift. So this Knight of Cups, it's like you're going towards things that will be more emotionally fulfilling for you, which I love. I love this. Care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So Gemini, with that care required, it's like because you know that this person just, it's like oil and water, man. We can't make this work. Whether it's due to their own behaviors, whether it's yours, or when both of your energies come together, we just cannot make it work, right? Because you can do, you know, Oil by itself, you can do water and salt, you know, but oil and water, sometimes some people just, their energies just cannot mesh or mend. And because of that, it's just like you're going towards things that, I want to see what this Knight of Cups is, because it's something you've been manifesting. Why is this Knight of Cups here? What is Gemini going towards? Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords. Knowing your worth, knowing your value. Knowing your worth, knowing your value. You're walking away from this, but when you think about it, you got the eight cups and then that one cup in the Knight of Cups hand. So that's 9 cups. So you technically got the 9 of Cups. So you're going towards what is fulfilling for you, your wish fulfillment, right? Whether this is leaving this person behind, romantic, family, friend, interpersonal, etc. You're leaving this person's situation behind. Queen of Swords. This is your energy. You only want what serves you. You only want to allow what's best for you in your life. And I see with this Queen of Swords, some of you may be getting, and I'm just feeling this energetically, specifically on the work front. You may have, if you work for a company, you may have a superior, whether it's a supervisor, manager, director. Somebody's going to be acknowledging your efforts. It's not a public display. We don't have any 6 of Wands here. It's not a public display, but somebody in the workplace is going to be acknowledging your efforts and your ethics, because it's coming up that you are an ethical person, Gemini. So somebody's going to be acknowledging your work ethic. And even with this Queen of Swords and seeing this 9 of Cups, technically 9 of Cups, the 1 cup and then the 8, it's like by being acknowledged in the workplace or in the workspace, it's like you may be getting a raise or a bonus or a salary increase. That's just what I'm feeling. And for others of you, if you own your own business, it's like you may be getting in new clients because they see how ethical you are. They see how you run your business very well. They see how you're fair. They see how you're an honest business person. You know, they may have heard good things about you from other people or other sources. And it's like, okay, well, let me do business with Gemini because Gemini has a good track record, or Gemini knows what they're doing, or Gemini has provided good service, or we really appreciate the way Gemini works. We really appreciate the way Gemini runs their business. We really appreciate the service that Geminis provide, and whatever that service may be, or item, or it's a good that you may sell, if it is selling, it's like Gemini provides quality, and we love that. And because of that too, it's like you're getting fulfilled not only with leaving behind what didn't serve you, but on the work front. That's just strongly what I'm getting here. And mind you, there's not a single pentacle card here, but I strongly feel on the work front you're going to get blessed, and that's where your blessings between late April to June is coming from. So Gemini, I'm going to leave you there. You have a good one. Bye. Hey Cancer, Mariah here. So I'm going to get into your reading for what blessings are coming your way late April, May, and June. So let's see. For my Cancers, what blessings are coming Cancers away? For my Cancers, what blessings are coming Cancers' way between late April, May, and June? Hidden motivations. And it's interesting because when I look at this card, in the background there's a moon. You probably won't be able to see it, so I won't show it, but there's a moon in this background, and you have children playing deer at home. What you been sneaky about? As a Cancer, I know you. I see you. With the Cancer stellium. I see you, Cancer. What are you being sneaky about? And it doesn't feel intentionally. It doesn't feel ill-intended, so don't come for me, okay? It does not feel ill-intended at all. But it feels like whatever pieces you've been moving around, right? Like it's, how can I put this? You've been feeling called towards something, right? Whether this is starting a family, starting a relationship, changing your finances, starting a new business, starting that diet. There's something here you've been wanting to do. But you've been very hush-hush about it. That's what I'm saying, where I'm getting the sneaky energy from. You've been very hush-hush. So say, for example, Cancer, it's like, okay, well, you want to be married, right? You want a spouse. This is you know, having a journal, writing to your future husband, manifesting that person that way, but not telling anybody that you're doing it. Or if this is you changing your diet or regimen, this is you going to Trader Joe's or like going to Whole Foods and getting certain foods to help you and, you know, better your diet, but you're not putting it on display. You're not putting it on action. It's something that it's like, you know how they say, you know, you don't want to speak about what you're trying to manifest or what you got going on. Because for some of you, you may already have this opportunity in motion, right? You already may have a relationship in motion. You may already have a new job in motion, some new stream of income in motion. But it's like you don't want to speak about it because you don't want to, if you will, block the blessing, or you don't want to jinx it, right? Because things are still in the initial phases or at the beginning phases, or maybe things haven't came to fruition yet, and it's something that you've really been putting your intentions on, but you don't want to tell other people that you've been doing this because you may feel like it may jinx it, right? That's what this feels like. But when we talk about what blessings are coming your way, because the sacred temple is here, for some of you, it is a relationship. I'm not going to lie, because right underneath that sacred temple is a commitment. So some of you may have started a relationship, but you're keeping it hush-hush for now because you don't want to jinx it. Or for others of you, it's like you've been trying to manifest this through different means. And because it's something that you really feel pulled towards or called towards, it is going to come to fruition. Now, commitment doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship. Again, this could be committed to a new job, a new stream of income, a new opportunity, a new investment. This could be a commitment to a new diet or a fitness routine. But you're just keeping it hush-hush. But because of the work you've been doing behind the scenes, I do see it coming to fruition. So tell me more. Unwavering faith. If I can speak. You are being asked to have faith in the unseen, and that's what you've been doing, Cancer. That's what you have been doing. It's because you've been having so much faith in whatever this is, whatever you've been doing behind the scenes. It's like, you know, even though you may not be 1,000% sure, you know in your gut, because you are putting your energy into something, or you are directing your intentions towards something, that it is going to happen. For others of you, if this has to do with something that you've already got set in motion, whether it's a relationship, a fitness regimen, a job, a new stream of income, it's like you're having that unwavering faith that it's going to work out for you. But yet you still want to make sure that everything is set in stone, everything is locked in before you start, you know, posting it or talking about it or congratulating yourself publicly about this. It's like this is that unshakable energy of, I know what's meant for me is going to come for me, and because I've been putting my energy into what I feel called towards, and because I'm getting this tug internally to be guided towards this area or to make this decision or to move towards this circumstance, I know that it's going to happen for me. I wouldn't have that pull internally. I wouldn't have that pull in my gut or in my intuition to start making moves towards this way if it was not meant for me. That's what this feels like, Cancer. Holy shit. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this now, 8 of Wands. Whatever this is that you've been doing here, Cancer, you're getting ready to start seeing it happen. And for others of you, if you already got this in motion, you're going to be able to get to a space very soon between these next 2.5 months where you can start to talk about it, because now things are being set in stone. And now you're no longer in that jinx it phase, right? Things are now set in stone. Ooh. 9 of Cups in the reverse. Death in the reverse. One more. For my Cancers. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Wow. King of Cups. You know this is meant for you. Whatever this is that you've been putting, you may have not seen the change. You may have not seen it come to fruition as quickly as you want to with this Death card in the reverse. There may have been times where you may have felt like, well, maybe this wasn't meant. Maybe this is not meant. Maybe it's not going to happen for me. You know, there may have been times of question and doubt with that Death card because you may have not seen the changes and progression that you would like to. Well, why? We got the Knight of Pentacles. It's happening for you a little bit slow, but guess what? Things happen in divine timing in the way that they're meant to happen, right? Things are going to come in and align with you energetically in the time frame that it's meant to happen. Universe doesn't work on our time. Unfortunately, it works on its own time. So when I see this 8 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, I actually really do like this, even though the 9 of Cups is not necessarily the best energy because it can talk about overindulgence. But in this context, it's like you're so fulfilled or you're so overjoyed that you may be spending a little bit more money, or you may have more money to spend, or you may have more money to go out and do certain things, or it's like because it's like you're seeing things happening, or you're no longer in that jinx phase. It's like, okay, I'm so excited. You just want to like indulge in the energy because you've waited and prayed so long for this to happen. Knight of Pentacles, and you never gave up your faith. Emperor, you never gave up your faith. You never doubted that it wouldn't happen. Now, don't get me wrong. At times you may have felt like, I don't know, I'm not sure. But in the deepest pit of your gut, you always knew. There was always a knowing. There was always a knowing. So yes, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. You may have not seen that full structure be built in the time frame you would like to, because the Ten of Pentacles can talk about legacy, longevity, lifetime or lifelong structure, right? Within a family, finances, relationship. You may have not seen that happen in the time frame you were looking for, but when I tell you in the next late April, May, and June, again, either you're going to step out of that jinx it phase where you can now start to tell people about it and indulge in what you've been putting your intentions into, whether it's, now I get to start telling people about the new resource of income I have, or now I get to tell people about my new relationship and really embrace it with other people and going out and drinking and having fun and partying and celebrating. Or this could be, you've been praying and manifesting this, and then now, Eight of Wands, it's coming up to the surface. It's showing its head. Now you're actually seeing this happen. Now you're actually meeting that person. Now you're actually getting that opportunity. Now you're actually getting that raise. And because you're so overjoyed, it's like you may be overindulging. Now, I would tell you, this is such a blessing, but for the ones where this may relate to fitness or diet, just be careful that you don't fall off track. Because you're seeing progress, you're seeing that you're losing weight, you're seeing that you're gaining weight, if you're trying to gain weight, you may be seeing that you're losing weight, you may be seeing that you're gaining weight, you may be seeing that physically you're feeling better. So in that space, don't go fuck it up and start eating bad or not taking care of yourself, okay? Because I can see that happening too. But overall, Cancer, whatever this is you've been having hidden motivations towards, it's happening. So I'm going to leave it there. All right. Hi, Leo. Hopefully all of you guys are doing really well. So we're going to look at what blessings are coming towards you the next 2.5 months. Late April, May, and June, right? So what good things are coming your way? So let's see for my Leos. What good things are coming Leo's way? Why am I... Oh, fuck. Why am I hearing... And for my old R&B heads, you know this. I'm literally hearing, who's it by? Jagged Edge, Where the Party At. I'm hearing that so loud in my head. Oh my goodness. Hey, where the party at? And the party at? And all of that. Mind you, I just did Aries through Cancer. Tell me what blessings or good things are coming Leo's way. I just did Aries through Cancer. And the energies have been pretty solid. But soon as I touch your energy, this is like, I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to have a good time. I'm ready to enjoy my life. I'm tired. I don't want to deal no drama, no stress, no strife. My job or my work has been what it's been. I just want to give me a breather, give me a break. Let me go out and just feel good. Let me soak up the sun. Oh, this is like bomb energy, Leo. You're just over the next span of the, 2.5 months. If you're not there, and I mean that, if you are not there right now, by the time you get to June, you are going to be in a whole nother energy. And I mean, let June play out, of course, but you're going to be in a whole nother energy. Leo, I got to just, I always give it to you straight. The Loving Man came out. Present Power was on the bottom of the deck. And when you look at it, we got some tigers, but what's on the other side? We got a lion. You are showing up right here in your energy. Lastly, the Loving Woman right underneath that. Oh my goodness. This is such an excellent energy. And again, even outside of this, because I'm going to touch on this in a brief moment. For my ones who are like, I don't want to deal with romance. I don't want to deal with, and I get it. Not everybody's in that state in their life. But even then, if you're not in that state, this is connecting with, whether you're masculine connecting with the feminine energy or you're feminine connecting with the masculine energy. This is like you're going out, you're in your power, you are the sun, you're feeling good, you're stepping right, you're just looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Even if, you've dealt with a boatload of BS in your past or previously to this time frame, it's just like, I just see somebody just shedding old layers of skin. You're just like, no, I want to feel good. I just want to let me at least enjoy myself, right? We only got one life to live. And at the end of it, we can be concerned about love, finances, opportunities, investments, all of that great stuff. But guess what? You can't take none of that stuff with you when you are in, your last few moments, hours, or days of your life. And there's a realization, which we all know this, so I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, but there's a deeper realization of this between the next 2.5 months where it's like, you know what, bills, I can only do what I can do. I can't sit up here and stress over that. Love, I can only do what I can do. I put my effort in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can't stress over that. Work, I can try to look for new jobs, or I can try to get a higher ranking in my company, or try to progress my business forward. But at the end of the day, what is going to happen is going to happen. All I can say is I put my best foot forward. I tried to go after what I wanted. I've tried to give something a shot. I gave my all. And at that point, I got to give it to the universe. I can't. And it's like, I need to break it. Like, I'm just getting somebody having a beer on a lake fishing. Not saying that's for all of you, but that's just literally what I came to. That may be somebody's like happy place, is having a beer, setting up a chair and just fishing. But it's like just joy, soaking up the sun. Like, I am in my kingdom, or I am in my queendom. For others of you, it could be you going to get your hair done and nails done and getting a new outfit and then having a beautiful activity day filled on a Saturday, right? Or for others of you, this could be you going in your backyard, meditating, praying, and just really releasing it all, allowing the sun and its healing properties and energies to just make you feel revitalized again. That's what this feels like. It's very beautiful. So however you guys may decompress, de-stress, it's going to happen for you all in, of course, different ways. But I cannot shake that song that I'm hearing, Where the Party At. It's just, you're just in a solid mood. Obsession. It's time to get out of your head and back into your heart. I love this. Now, let me touch on this. Well, before I'm going to leave this for last, because this does have to do with romance, and not everybody's here for romance. I'm going to touch on that last. But with this obsession here, it's time to get out of your head and back into your heart. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then even underneath that, we got spiritual teacher. You are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. Some of you may start to feel this rejuvenation and this vitality by stepping further into your spirituality. Maybe some of you are becoming a spiritual practitioner. Some of you may be becoming a Reiki master, or a light worker, or a tarot reader, or a psychic, whatever that may be. Some of you just may be further developing your spirituality, even more importantly, outside of all that, because not all of you are moving into that lane. This is because you're having a deeper sense of unwavering faith in your spirituality or in whatever you believe in. It's like, that's where that that's coming from. That's where that release is coming from, is because it's from the root. It's from the root for you, Leo. It's like you're having such a profound moment in your life between the next 2.5 months of further grounding yourself into your spirituality or your faith or your religion, whatever it may be, where it's like, that whatever higher forces or the unforeseen powers that may be in the universe has your back. And anything outside of that, all I know is I can put my best foot forward, but I know I can't stress myself out. I can't worry myself to sleep. I can't cry myself to sleep. I can't wonder what's going to happen next, because all I'm going to do is run myself into a rut. All I'm going to do is keep spinning my wheels in circles and not getting anywhere, and that does not change an outcome. And you're having a deep understanding of that, and because you know that the powers that be, wherever your powers may be, it's like, due to that, you're just in this state of, I'm getting out of my head and into my heart, and I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to enjoy myself. I don't care if I only got $2 to rub together. I don't care if I got 2,000. I don't care if, work life is going to hell. I don't care if love life is going to hell. I don't care if certain opportunities are going to hell. Not to say you technically don't, but it's just like you can't change what isn't changing, right? Stress and worrying doesn't change an outcome. And because you know that you've put your best foot forward, it's like, that's all I can do. And in the meantime, I just feel like it just lifts a large load off of your back. It lifts a large load off of your back because of that. And that, Leo, and a lot of times I know when we look at these readings of, okay, what blessings are coming our way or what good things are coming our way, we want to hear about, oh, we're getting more money or a new home or a new move or a new boo, which don't get me wrong, I'm going to address this in a second. But more importantly, the deeper importance or the more impactful blessings have to really do with us, right? Because we have to be in the state of mind or in the correct position to receive these blessings in its full totality, right? To be as grateful and as happy for these blessings as possible. It starts with us. And that's what this, so far, Aries, do, you guys. That's what it feels like. A lot of these blessings have to do with the internal. So for my Leos that are in the state of love, right? You're open to it. You're looking for it. We got the loving man and the loving woman. Present power. There's somebody over the next 2.5 months you will be connecting with, whether this is past, present, or new, etc. There is somebody that you're going to be connecting with, not only because look, again, you got the tiger and the lion. So it's like you two speak the same language. You two are on the same page. You both have the same strength. You both are wanting to see action happen here. You both are wanting to take action with this. Both of you know the value and worth of the other person. Because the tiger can definitely, F somebody up, but so can a lion. And normally it's the lioness that does it. But the lion has the stronger power, right? It's the silent strength. There's something here about you that, what is understood that doesn't have to be said. It's like somebody, you're going to be dealing with somebody. If you're not currently, you're going to be dealing with somebody who they're in that energy. What's understood doesn't have to be said. They see your value. They see your worth. They know what you offer. It's like, I don't have to put Leo through their paces because I can already tell. Leo is a great catch. Leo is somebody worth valuing. See, Leo is somebody worth appreciating, and it's mutual though. Right? It's not like this person is obsessing and chasing after you, or it's not like you're obsessing and chasing after this person. It's like mutual. Both of you know what's going on between you two. 8 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. I just saw the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, so with me looking at the 8 of Cups right now, Page of Cups, all right. I will tell you just as a side message, 4 of Pentacles, there will be an increase in your income where you can save more. So whether you're just saving to save, rainy day fund, whether this is for a vacation trip, car, whatever, that 4 of Pentacles is there. You're going to be able to save more, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. It's like there's a new opportunity, especially for my ones who have been financially burdened. You may have been dealing with financial circumstances or situations. I'm hearing Tesla. I don't know if one of you guys like Elon Musk, his ideologies, his beliefs. Maybe one of you want a Tesla. Maybe one of you like Tesla, the company itself, or maybe what's the Nikola Tesla. Maybe some of you are familiar with his works. But when I look at this 8 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, it's like there's a new opportunity, not only in your life, not only in just feeling better and whatever this is that you feel like, what, I just can't stress over. Guess what, baby? By leaving that behind, 8 of Cups, it's like it attracts. It's like when you chase and chase and chase after something, or you try to make something work and try to make something work, or try to persevere to make something work, you just push it further away. But when you stop and just let things happen as they may, it comes to you. You start to attract it into your life. So that's what this feels like. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. There's something here, whether this has to do with your finances, career, or a new opportunity. It's happening for you between the end of April through June. Now, for my other ones who are interested in love, it's like you've been disappointed, maybe even felt like you were abandoned in love at some point, whether it was one specific connection or maybe multiple. And for some of you, this can even go back to childhood with this Page of Cups, right? Maybe your earliest examples of love, your parents, you've experienced some form of emotional abandonment or emotional neglect. There's somebody here, again, what is understood does not have to be explained. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't see bad intentions. But there's somebody here that understands and see your worth. They get it. They get it. They see what you, Leo, bring to the table. They see what you have to offer. They see your heart. They see the abundance or the life that they could have with you. Doesn't mean that all of you is going to end in marriage or kids and all that great stuff. But there's a new start. There's a new beginning in your love life here. And it feels really beautiful. So, Leo, I'm going to leave that here for you. And you have a good one. Bye. Hey Virgo, Mariah here. It's a pleasure and honor to be reading for you. So we're going to look at between the end of April all the way through June. What blessing, well, I keep saying blessings, but I guess it is a blessing. But what good things are coming your way, right? So for my Virgos, what good things are coming their way between end of April through June? Thank you. Joy is fun. Really nice. Really nice, Virgo. Deception and new beginnings. So are you your own worst enemy, Virgo? Deception and new beginnings. I'm not getting this externally. You know, this isn't a love reading. But I'm not getting that really externally. This feels like, and right underneath that new beginnings is the honoring path. Have you been deceiving yourself, or have you been sabotaging yourself, right? It's like, you know, you have all this potential or all this greatness within you, but are you overthinking it? Are you procrastinating on it? Do you feel like things need to be lined up or set up a certain way? Or, you know, I'm just getting almost, and not to be cliche because you are Virgos, but it's almost like this perfectionist energy, right? Like maybe it's not the right time, or maybe I shouldn't, or there's a sense of, oh, it being too much. And mind you, you're ruled by Mercury. So you're very, very much so a cerebral sign. There's a lot of in the mind or in the thoughts, which is causing deception. It's like you're blocking your own blessings or blocking your own opportunities. It feels like there's things that are coming up with joyous fun that can really give you freedom or really give you expansion or really give you leverage. But it feels like you've been blocking those things. But with that new beginnings and the honoring path and joyous fun, it's like during the months of late April through June, you're no longer wanting to block those blessings, whether it's things need to be timed right, or things need to be a certain way, or I need certain resources, or overthinking, or second guessing, or feeling like, you know, you may be obligated to other certain circumstances or other situations. And it's like you may feel like, I don't know if I can or if I should, or, you know, feeling indecisive about things. You're getting out of that. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, I don't have to tell you to stop it, because when we're looking at the good things that are coming your way, you're getting ready to have a new start. You're getting out of your own way. Finally, you're getting out of your own way. So for my Virgo spirit, what do they need to know in regards to this? Okay, we got 2. We have the journey. You are learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. And then natural born leader. You were born to lead. It's a part of your life's path. Again, see, and this is what I'm talking about here, Virgo. It's like you've been on this path of potentially blocking your own blessings, whether it's self-sabotaging them, or just being in your own mind, or maybe feeling like other people have been blocking them. But then guess what? That's a form of victim mentality. Not saying that's for all of you, but that is a form of victim mentality. You've been dealing with that, right? Maybe not seeing the progression you would like, or maybe not seeing the forward movement you would like, because again, you are your biggest enemy here. You've been your biggest enemy. And that's the journey you've been on, is trying to silence that inner critic, or that inner voice, or that inner perfectionist, which again, you're Virgo. I can understand it's hard, but you've been on that journey of trying to silence that, so that way you can take on a new path. You can go in a new direction, whether it's finally accepting that job, or finally going after a new job, whether it's finally putting yourself back out there on the market for love, whether it's moving, whether it is getting that new, whatever this may be. Natural born leader. For some of you, you may have been, when it comes to the work front, and I just got to address this, when it comes to the work front, some of you may have been taking the back seat. Some of you may have been taking the back seat when you know you can make more money, when you know you can be in a higher position, when you know you can be in a higher ranking, when you know that you can take on that leadership role, but yet it's like you're getting in your own way, or you have been getting in your own way. It's like now you're moving out of that energy. You're breaking out of that space of being your own worst critic, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to now step into my path, new beginnings in the honoring path. I'm going to step into that leadership role, or I am going to accept that raise and that promotion to become, you know, a manager or shift supervisor or department director, or, you know, starting my own business, or, you know, switching companies, or going for that new job, or investing in that, I don't know, investing in real estate or NFTs, or etc. Right? You're taking on the lead role in a specific area in your life. In the next 2.5 months, you're going to be transitioning. This is going to be a, if you will, pinnacle point in your life, because you're going from what you've gotten comfortable with and what you've grown to know, your comfort zone of, you know, seeing opportunities or having opportunities come up and then maybe second guessing yourself, self-doubting yourself, maybe self-deceiving yourself. You're getting out of that comfort energy because that is a repetitive pattern. You've already established that pattern within your own psyche. And when we establish patterns, do you know what happened? On the clinical basis, when we establish patterns, we change the brain chemistry, right? So it's like you're almost having to rewire your brain from overthinking and stopping yourself and saying, you know what? I'm not going to hold myself back anymore. I'm just going to go for it. I love this. I love this. I feel like I just talked a mile a minute. Tell me more for my beautiful Virgos. Tell me more for my beautiful Virgos. What do they need to know? What good things are coming my Virgo's way? And like I had to tell Leo, like I had to tell Aries, and what I've been dealing with all the signs up to this point, it's like the good things that are coming your way. Oh, I love this. The Hierophant in the reverse. I love it. It's like the good things that are coming your way isn't necessarily straightforward to the point of, oh, promotion, raise, money, new love, etc. This more so has to do with you on the internal space, right? Because a lot of, you know, we have to have that foundation to be able to receive blessings. And because we need that foundation to receive blessings, it's like it's telling me the internal space of the big change that you're getting ready to go through. And some external, but a lot of this is having to do with your external big shift, right? So that way when you do enter your new era or your new cycle or your new season, you're able to embrace this new change with open arms. So I'm looking at the 9 of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's get 2 more. Tell me what blessings, or I keep saying blessings, what good things are coming my Virgo's way. 2 more cards, Spirit. And we got 2 more cards. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse. Okay. I'm hearing no mas. No mas. Now I'm hearing an old Mary J. Blige song, Not Gonna Cry. I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. That's what I'm hearing, Virgo. So some of you may have been going through the motions in a specific area. Just being super honest with you. Some of you may have been going through the motions in a specific area, but you're breaking out of that. Whatever conformity you've been applying yourself to, right? Whether this is just conforming to what you feel like you should be doing, what other people may feel like you should be doing, what society may feel like you should be doing, whatever these beliefs about yourself that does not hold purpose and that does not hold true, whether you feel like you can't do something, whether you feel like something's not going to work out, maybe things are more so fear-based, maybe you are feeling like, you know, you're not sure about taking a new direction, because I'm looking at this 9 of Pentacles, which lets me know there's some sense of codependency that you've had to some, Hierophant in the reverse, some form of belief, thinking, or way of living, right? This self-deception, this self-sabotage. 9 of Wands in reverse. It's more, and that's such an honest thing. It's more taxing to live in a state of mind of self-sabotage, overthinking, overanalyzing, and over-worrying than it is just to go for it. I'm going to be so honest, because at least if you go for it, you can say you did it, and you can wipe your hands of it and then go about it. But then if you don't do it, now it's like, well, what if I don't? Or what if I do? But what if this happened? And then you will always have that what if, right? And we don't want to get to the ages of 70, 80, 90, if universe, God is willing, saying what if. So because it's more taxing to be in the state of what if, you're saying, well, why not? Why not go for it? Why not go for it? You're confronting yourself. You're confronting your fears. The things that you've been keeping yourself stuck to, or in whether it's a mind frame, a circumstance, or situation that just doesn't serve you, you're facing those fears head on with this moon. You're saying, well, why not go for it? And because I'm looking at the natural born leader, this feels like this has to do with work. So whether this is taking a new career opportunity, whether this is taking a new line of income or a new stream of income, whether this is putting your money away to invest or starting to invest in something, maybe this is, you know, positioning yourself for promotion or for a raise. It's like, you know, and taking on a more dedicated role, you know, becoming more of a leader, or raising your status in the workplace or work environment to a higher stature. It's like, why not go for it? Why not? You know, because where I've been and keeping myself hasn't worked out for me. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. So maybe we need to shake things up. And by you shaking things up, Virgo, with that new beginnings and the honoring path, you're finally, after such a long journey, you're finally seeing the outcomes that you've been wanting to receive, that you haven't received because of whatever mind frame or mind state. You're now getting into that new role. You're now going into that new position. You're now going into this new job that you've been having that tugging feeling to go towards but haven't done. And now you just feel like, finally, I've done it. And this feels so right for me. So I just got to congratulate you in advance, because with this joyous fun being here, it's like whatever this is that you're moving into when it comes to your work environment, whether you own your own business, you work for a company, or this has to do with your finances, you know, taking control and moving yourself up financially in life. It's like it brings you more joy. It brings you more freedom. You may have more time off. You may get more benefits. You may be able to make more money so you can spend and enjoy your free time in a better way or in a better capacity. It's such a beautiful energy here. Such a beautiful energy. So Virgo, I'm going to leave it here. It's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure. Thank you. Bye. All right, Libra. Hey, howdy. How y'all doing? Oh, my goodness. I try to hide my southern accent. Don't want to show that. But anyway, hopefully all you guys are doing really well. Hopefully you guys are really, really good. We're going to look at what good things are coming your way. So let's get into it. So for my Virgos, I just got off Virgos. For my Libras, what good things are coming their way between late April through June for my Libras? Let's see. What good things? Okay, we got two. Present power, consciousness of lack. Stop playing it small. Now behind a mask, lost. Stop playing it. See, now I'm getting ready to reprimand you. And I love you, Libra. I do. As a Libra rising, Libra Mars. I love you. I really do. And I get the energy because Libra is actually my dominant sign within my chart. Venus, I should say, is my dominant planet as well. But I'm going to have to reprimand you on this because I feel like you've been playing it small. This is a good thing now because we're talking about what good things are coming your way. Behind the mask and loss is both on the bottom of the deck. This is with that consciousness of lack, whether you've been feeling a lack in finances, maybe you feel a lack of love, maybe you feel a lack in a life circumstance, whether it's with family, friends, community, etc., your position in the world, right? Finding your place in the world. What is your purpose in the world, right? It's like, you know, everything is moving for everybody, or things are happening for other people. But what about me? What's going on with me? I'm just looking at that consciousness of lack. There's something in your life that you're lacking and you're wearing a facade. So this is you going out to in your day-to-day life, your day-to-day basis, putting on a smile, putting on a face, making things seem like they are greater than what they are. But on the internal space, you feel a lack. It's like a void. Something, and there's almost a sense of numbing due to whatever loss this is. It's like instead of fixing the issue or correcting the issue, or maybe you don't know how to, right? It's like you just put on the mask and make everything seem like it's fine, like it's good. But with this present power, this lets me know between the months of late April through June, no mas, no more, no bueno. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing it anymore. Tell me more for my Libras. Late April through July. What blessings? What good things are coming their way? Thank you. Increase. You have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. And bottom of the deck is metamorphosis. Like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. This card keeps coming out. So Libra, with that increase, it's like you're getting ready to get into a new, and that's why that's here. See, sometimes things click after the fact. Sometimes I read it through and then it's like, and then it's like, it makes sense. Increase in present power. What's causing you to step into your power, or to make you feel, like your true self again, or making you feel like you can conquer, or you got this, that you don't have to put on the mask, is because you're going to receive an increase in a specific area of your life. Whether this has to do with your finances, whether this has to do with your love, whether this has to do with the lack of opportunities, whatever this circumstance may be, it's like you're going to start seeing things actually happening in that area that will benefit you, that you may have not seen prior. This is something that you've been manifesting, something that you've been desiring, and now it's getting ready to come to the surface. And between the next 2.5 months, you're going to actually see this happening, where you can drop that mask, where you no longer have to fake it till you make it, or, feel like you have to be the strong one, or feel like you have to, save face, or make it seem like things aren't wrong when, you're still struggling with some form of loss. It's like you can drop that mask, because actually you're receiving what it is that you have. And because you have this blessing coming in, whatever this may be that you've been manifesting, you just feel like you're back in your power. It's like, I'm back to my old self, baby. I'm back in the game. I'm back to my old self. That's what this feels like. It's so beautiful. Tell me more for my Libras. Knight of Cups. Yeah. Tell me more for my Libras. Hangman in the reverse. Couple more cards here, Spirit. Two of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Cups in the reverse. May I have another? The World and the Emperor. Wow. Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. I think I had to say this for Leo, so for some of you may have Leo in your chart. But with that Four of Pentacles, you may be, with that increase, receiving more money, where you can save more, put money towards other areas in your life. You could put money in other areas of your life. You can save more. You're going to have an increase where you get to keep more of your money, instead of feeling like everything that you receive, you got to, pay out, right? You got to pay your bills and this and that. It's like you're going to be receiving an increase in your income, where it's like, okay, I can save and have extra and have money left over, and put money here and put money there and put money to the side, right? You're going to be experiencing that. Now, more importantly here, we got the Knight of Cups, Hangman in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse, Two of Cups in the reverse, the World and the Emperor. This stubborn energy you're going to be coming out of. Now, mind you, you're not really associated with stubborn energy as a Libra. You're pretty balanced, right? You're pretty balanced. Some of you may have Aries somewhere in your chart, but you're pretty balanced for the most part. But I will tell you here, it's like, oh God, now please don't judge me, Libra. Please don't judge me, Libra. I'm going to be so cheesy with this song that I'm hearing, but it's from the Cheetah Girls. Okay, don't judge me. I know I'm giving my age, but it's from the Cheetah Girls, and it's the one song that goes, I don't want to be like Cinderella, sitting in something old dusty cellar, waiting for somebody to come and set me free. And the reason why I'm hearing this specific song is because of this Ace of Cups in the reverse and this Two of Cups in the reverse. You're not waiting for somebody else or some other person to make your situation better. You're not, whether this is in love, right? You're no longer waiting around for this person to come back, whether it's in, when it comes to work, right? Waiting to hear back from your boss or your supervisor to say, hey, you're going to get a promotion. Or this is, you're not waiting for other people, whatever their involvement may be in your life, needing to hear from them to make things happen for you. You're making things happen for yourself. And that's something that you're standing your ground on. And that's why you're getting this increase, because we may have been, Libra, looking externally or to external people to aid us or assist in this change, or, wanting the universe to bring in a certain person or circumstance that can help alleviate or change our situation. And it's like with this Knight of Cups and the Hangman, it's like you're coming to this realization of like, you know what? F that. If I want this to happen, I'm going to go out and make it for myself. I'm going to go out and make it happen for myself. I'm going to go out and create it for myself, right? So whatever lack you've been feeling, whether it's in love, career, finances, because it's something that you've really had an emotional tie to, right? Again, love, career, finance. It's like something you had a strong emotional tie to that you felt like, was going to work out for you, or you felt was in alignment for you, or you felt like was the right decision at the time to deal with or, go towards. You realize that due to this loss, whether it's a loss in finances because of a job, or a loss in finances, not finance, but a loss in love due to whatever ended between you and a person, or a loss in some area of your life, or it's not producing the same outcomes that it used to anymore, right? Maybe your job then demoted you, or you got a pay cut, or your expenses has went up. So now it's like the money you make now with inflation and gas prices, it's like you can't really afford, certain things anymore. Or, the love that you thought was shared between you and somebody really wasn't genuine, or it wasn't really true, or the love has dried up, or something happened between you and that connection that broke it off. It's like there's this energy of at some point in time, you waiting for the universe or somebody of higher, the higher powers that be to come in and fix the situation, whether bring you a new person in your life or bring you, a new stream of income or bring you a new opportunity. And it's like after a certain period of waiting and feeling like you're just sacrificing your time and tired of wearing this mask and tired of feeling this consciousness of lack, it's like you really do boss up, Emperor in the world in the verse, and say, you know what? If I'm going to have this increase in my life, I'm going to make it happen. And this is a singular energy. And when I look at you successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart, this is you putting all of your energy and all of your emotion towards some specific area that you want to see an outcome in. You're not waiting for other people or looking to other people or looking to other external circumstances. You're making it happen. And because you are making it happen solely by yourself, and not to say you weren't making it happen by yourself before, but it still feels like even though you were doing the work on the front end, you're waiting for some external figure or source or God, the universe, to bring you in another person or another situation to kind of help aid you moving things forward. And now you're just in a space of, I can't keep waiting for this. I can't keep waiting for my finances to change. I can't keep waiting for that ideal love to come in. I can't keep waiting for that raise or that promotion or whatever this may be. I need to go out and make it happen for myself. And over the next 2.5 months, late April through June, you are making it happen for yourself. And because you are doing the front end and the back end work, that's where this increase is coming in. This is where that mask can fall off. This is where you can release that sense of loss, release that sense of lack, and step into your power and say, you know what, I'm making this happen. And because of that, you will see the fruits of your labor. And you know what area this is in, Libra. I ain't got to tell you. You know exactly what area this is in. So, Libra, I'm going to leave it here. This is beautiful. All right, bye. Hey Scorpio, Mariah here. It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be reading for you. So I'm going to look at what blessings, I keep saying blessings, but what good things are coming your way between late April through June. So for my Scorpios, what blessings? We got decrease, taking steps on the bottom of the deck. Okay, interesting, because when I look at this decrease card, right, this decrease card, if you can see at the top, it says cycle. So you may have been in a period of feeling like lack or just seeing a decrease in a specific area of your life. Maybe your love life hasn't been going the way you've been wanting it to go, and it just feels like it progressively continues to get worse. Right? It progressively continues to go downhill, or into your finances, right? Maybe you were sitting high at one point, because right underneath this taking steps is status quo. And I'll show you. It's status quo. So maybe at one point your finances were looking good, and now you're seeing a decrease, and it's like, okay, wait, hold on. Or, whether this is opportunities, maybe the opportunities aren't coming in, or certain paths aren't aligning for you to make certain moves, and it's just like it feels like you keep getting a roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, right? And it feels like a cycle, like this keeps happening. Like, when am I going to catch a break? But I do like this because we're talking about what good things are coming your way. So these cycles of decreases and feeling like, why aren't things opening up for me? That taking steps on the bottom of the deck feels like things are getting ready to start opening up for you. Because even though the water is pouring through this person's hand, it's like the water is slipping through. Guess what? That water is landing on the ground. After pouring so much water through the hand and hitting the ground, guess what? You're going to make a puddle. And then that puddle becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And guess what? Now you have a nice body of water to kind of put your feet in, right? Taking steps. Now you have even a larger body of water to maybe, get it up to your ankles and to your thighs and then to your stomach and then to your collarbone. And now you got a big puddle of water that now becomes, a mini lake you can swim in. And I just feel like this is swimming in abundance, or swimming in the opportunities that you felt like were being removed from your life, or felt like it was progressively decreasing or declining in your life. It's like that cycle is getting ready to change. And I do like this. Scorpio. Tell me more. For my Scorpios, what good things are coming their way? Awakening. You are no longer letting people dictate or run your life for you. That's right. I love this. Because remember how I said that pathway or if you will, that puddle, that body of water is getting ready to start opening up and up. It's like the tears or the frustration or the upset, all of the sweat and blood you put into something, and still seeing things decrease or still seeing things not work out for you again, whether it's in love, finances, career, etc. It's like you're now being able to use that to create opportunities for yourself. I'm hearing getting paid for your pain, getting compensated for your pain. That's all, Scorpio. You are getting ready to be compensated for your pain, and it's the fact that you never gave up. Despite feeling like you want to, despite feeling like you should, despite feeling like, whether this is you no longer believing in love, whether this is you feeling like you're not going to make the kind of money you want to make, whether it's, struggling with figuring out your life purpose or your life path, whether this is struggling with opportunities that may seem good, but it was pipe dreams or false hope, or they really didn't stand the test of time like you would have hoped that they would. It's like, because of the steps that you've been taking, it's like you're moving into a right direction. And this could also be with that, no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. This is also decreasing and limiting your circle of people that you allow into your life that will only impact your forward momentum negatively. It's like you're cleaning up the closet. Now I'm hearing, oh my God, that old Eminem song. I can't think of what it's called. It goes, "Mama, I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet." It's something like that. It's like an old, 2002 song. But that's what this feels like. It's like you're cleaning out the people of your life, from your life, that didn't aid in this situation, or that won't aid to your future progression. Also, too, it feels like by doing such, you're making space for what is meant for you. Tell me more. Tell me what blessings or good things that are coming my Scorpio. I keep wanting to say blessings. Page of Cups. Queen of Swords. The Star. Two of Cups. That's right. Seven of Pentacles. Because of the daily efforts and actions that you've put in, Three of Swords, that's that decreased energy. Something that you lost, something that hurt you, the fact that things aren't progressing any longer, or it stopped progressing, things that you've invested your time, energy, effort, resources into. It's like no more, no mas. Queen of Swords being here, I'm only investing into things or situation or circumstances that are going to yield the outcomes that I'm looking for. I know where I'm going, the Star. And there's no doubt about it. Scorpio, I could never change your mind on anything. And I'm not trying to, right? That's not the purpose of me speaking right now. I'm not trying to change your mind on anything. But what I am saying is, exactly your line of sight, your line of vision is fixed upon something. Whether this is having a new love, whether this is increasing your finances, whether this is going towards your life path or your purpose, or further developing your spiritual side or your spiritual gifts, whether it is, starting that business or that opportunity, whether this is, figuring out what is next for you in life, that you're being guided. Now I'm hearing follow the drinking gourd, right? The old constellation. It's like that slaves used to use. It's an old slave song. And they would travel from the south up to the north, and they would follow the drinking gourd to lead their way to, freedom. That's what this feels like now, not in the same context, obviously, but it feels like you have your line of sight set on something so sharp that despite what may have decreased, despite what may have left your life, despite what may have not worked out, with this awakening card, that where you are being guided on the internal plane is best for you on the external plane, and you're not letting anyone or anything stop that from you. And because of you having such a sharp line of vision here, this Page of Cups and the Two of Cups, it's like you are now being the doorway. It's like the energy now gets to clear up, because it's like you now go through this awakening, or you now have this epiphany. And I don't necessarily mean like in a spiritual awakening, but it more so feels like an epiphany, like aha, or I get it, that eureka moment. Like, I get it. This is what I needed to do. This is why my energy was stuck. This is why I kept dealing with these decreases. I needed to remove these people, or I needed to change this mindset, or I needed to change these circumstances. Now I get it. It's like it's so crazy, because yours is 2 in 1 between this time frame, right? It's like you're going through this mental shift of like, I get why things have not been working out for me. I fully understand why it hasn't. And then on the flip side of that, now that I understand why things aren't happening for me, or why they didn't work out for me, or why I've been dealing with this decrease, now I can see even clearer where I need to go, or how I need to go about it, or how I need to move towards it. Two of Cups to the Page of Cups. This is it coming in for you. So Scorpio, you know exactly where you're going. Again, I can't tell you or convince you otherwise. You know exactly to the T. And because you're following your intuition, your gut, your heart, removing yourself from this energy of decrease to an energy of increase, you're now being connected. The universe are now aligning the stars, not to be cheesy, on your path or on your way for you to now finally meet this point of destiny or this point of fate, whether this is now getting that new opportunity, now receiving the love that you've always desired, now receiving the finances you've been looking for, now actually starting that business, now actually starting that opportunity, whether this is further understanding your spiritual and life purpose and where you're meant to go. It's like you're now being connected with it. It's like the portal and pathway opens up for you. And it's like you're going to deal with both aspects within these 2 months. So it's going to be maybe an emotional, turbulent time for you. I'm not necessarily seeing it in a bad way, but because those are two polarizing energies, try to ground yourself as best as you can between late April through June. Try to ground yourself, but this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful, Scorpio. So listen, I'm going to leave this here. It's been an honor and pleasure. Thanks. Hey, Sagittarius. Hopefully all of you guys are doing really well. So what I'm doing is what good things are coming your way. I keep wanting to say blessings, and that's not what I'm meaning here, but same thing, right? So what good things are coming my Sagittarius this way between late April through June? We have back and forth. Let's get one more. What good things are coming my Sagittarius this way? Oh my gosh. My cat. Please just ignore my cat, right? But we have taking steps. Bottom of the deck is true love. And then stuck energy. This is actually a great position to be in, Sagittarius. I'm not gonna deny. This is actually a wonderful position to be in. Why? And it's like, what is the old saying? How does it go? It's like, I can't think. There really is an old saying for this, and I cannot think of it. But it's like you have too many good choices. What aligns with you? So between late April through June, you're going to be having multiple choices come up in your life, whether this is in love. He opens my door and just walks off. You know what? This is why I can't. Me and my cat is always fighting. Lucky. Can you stop? Thank you. Love you. Sorry. But again, Sagittarius, you're going to have too many good choices. So even if you don't feel like that right now, even if you may feel like you don't know what to do about a circumstance or a situation, between late April through June, you're going to have multiple choices that have good outcomes or good pathways to take. Not all of them, of course, but for the most part, most of them will, that you can take. And I just get this energy of not knowing which way to go, right? You're wanting to take steps towards something that really aligns with you, right? True love that's best for you. But you feel stuck because you're not sure if you should go this way, or it's like it's a good problem. That's the old saying. You're going to have a good problem between the next 2.5 months. What do I do? What do I take? Should I take this opportunity or should I take that opportunity? Should I, start this stream of income? Should I start that stream of income? Should I invest in this or should I invest in that? Should I, start dating this person or should I not date this person? If you're dealing with multiple people, I really like this about this girl or guy, but I really like this about this guy and girl. So it's like you're just in the space of like, what the hell do I decide? What do I choose? Now, this is a blessing because, you know what? Sometimes, we would rather have too many good choices versus too many bad choices, because then we have to pick the lesser of the evil. In this circumstance, you can't really go wrong, but it's just picking what really aligns with you with this true love, right? What aligns with you the best? What provides you the best outcomes? What provides you and yields you the best results? That's going to be your tricky part. Now, mind you, it's a good connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. So for some of you, this actually does have to do a romantic connection. For others of you, it's like you're trying to listen to your intuition and your spirit guides or your ancestors or God or whoever you may believe in. You're trying to listen to them to figure out, okay, which way do I go? But yeah, it's still a good problem to have, but you don't know what to do about this. And you're trying to figure out, how do I go about this, or what truthfully aligns with my soul? Support team, 2 minds are better than 1, 3 minds are better than 2, and 4 minds are unstoppable. So again, support team, even looking at how they added up the numbers on that, there's multiple options or decisions you're going to have to make in the next few months that are really good and that have really high producing or high yielding outcomes for you. But you're going to be confused. So with that support team, this feels more like advice, whether this is asking a confidant, somebody that you can trust, even if it is talking to your spirit guides with that connection. What do I do? Show me the way. Give me a sign. Show me a synchronicity. You know, tell me in my dreams. Show me a vision, something. Tell me which way do I go. You got a good problem here. So I would say, I mean, it is a good thing, but sometimes we can overwhelm ourselves with having too many options to choose. And again, you may not feel like this right now, mind you. I'm not looking for beginning or mid-April. I'm looking end of April through June. So you may not even experience this until May or until early June. Right now, you could be in a situation of like, okay, well, my life's kind of dead right now, or there's no options coming in for me, or I don't have any decisions I need to choose. I don't have any decisions that I need to choose from. Allow this to play out and come back at the end of June. And you're going to be like, damn, I should have listened to Mariah. Mariah was right. One more for my Sagittarius. We got the Magician in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Strength is on the bottom. You don't really know what to do. It's like 10 of Wands and the Strength card here. It's like there's a sense, and this kind of feels current, there's a sense of you wanting to give up. Spirit's telling you not to. I just got to say that and get that out the way. Spirit's telling you not to. Don't give up. Don't feel like you don't know what to do about your current circumstances, right? But more importantly, when we get into this energy, it's like, how can I put this? It's like, because you have too many options, and they are good. We got the 10 of Pentacles, and we also got the Knight of Pentacles. So you got good options coming in here. But because you have so many, or you have so many that may be overwhelming, you may almost feel like, you know what, I can't decide, right? Analysis paralysis is the name of what I'm feeling here. That's the name of the game. It's like you're going to be in a state of analysis paralysis because what do I do? And there's going to be a sense of, you know what, maybe you just don't want to look at it or deal with it. There may be some sense of escapism here, and, you know, well, I'll come back to it later. I'll come back to it another time, or I'll decide at a later date, right? And this is putting it off. This is procrastination. Don't do that, because there's a need for you to do so. Because this is something that you've been manifesting that you may have not seen the results as quickly as you would like when it comes to your manifestation with that Magician in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse. So this is delayed. That this goes back to this true love. This is that delayed emotional fulfillment that you've been manifesting or praying for. But instead of just getting one, having it come in one avenue, you're getting it in 10 different avenues, right? So of course you're not going to have like 10 options, but this could be, you know, you may have prayed for a new job, right? And you may have not seen the fruits of your prayers come to fruition, or the fruits of your manifestations come to fruition because it's been delayed. And then now all of a sudden we're going into late April, May, and June, and now you got 5 new job offers. And because you're overwhelmed, the strength is like, I don't know what to choose. I don't know what to decide. You know, you feel like you just want to step away from it. You may want to escape a little bit here, and Spirit's telling you, no, you need to pick, because you prayed for this. You prayed for a new job. You didn't say how many offers you wanted. You just prayed for a new job that was financially stable and financially gratifying. You didn't pray you wanted only one job offer. You just prayed for a job offer. Well, we brought you 5. So you're going to have to pick from 5 which one best aligns with you. Right now, we could put that in the context of love. You prayed for new love or wanted new love. You didn't put a cap on how many options you wanted, so we didn't brought you 4. Right? This is what this feels like, and this is why I'm saying this is a good thing that's coming towards you, because you got a good problem happening here. But what it is going to take is for you to decipher between what is good, but what is amazing, what is the best. And that's going to be one of those things I can't really help you on. But with that connection there, it's talking to your spirit guides and asking them, hey, let's refine this. Please send me a sign out of these 4 options, 3 options, 2 options, 7 options. What is the best option? And your spirit team, your support team, will be there to aid you and guide you. So, Sagittarius, this is beautiful. Good luck. Bye. Hey Capricorn, Mariah here. It's a pleasure, honor, and privilege to be reading for you. Thank you for allowing me to do so. So we're going to look at what good things are coming your way between the end of April, May, and June. And Lucky is co-hosting here with me in the background. So let's get into it, right? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Capricorns. What good things are coming their way between late April, May, and June? We have commitment. And then we have teacher. Holy crap, you can see. Holy crap, Capricorns, what's going on? I haven't read for you in so long, and I'm not, okay, can I tell you something between me and you, Capricorn, for the ones that are still here watching? I really do miss reading for you guys. Because I have a 10th house stellium, like I'm a, honorary Capricorn. But probably, I just miss reading for you guys. This is really interesting energy. So, mind you, right, I haven't read for you guys in quite some time. I got to be honest, this can go a couple of different ways, but the first thing I got to just shoot off the hip and let you know here is we got teacher and commitment. This feels like somebody that's getting ready to come into your life, whether they're in your life currently or this will be over the span of the next 2.5 months. This is somebody that's going to teach you a lot about yourself that you didn't even know. See, a lot of times we learn through experiences with others. A lot of times people will show us sides or versions of ourselves that we didn't know exist or we didn't know that we were really capable of. There's somebody here that's going to help you ascend to a higher level of yourself, the best version of you. This is somebody that's that it feels like this is a spiritual person. Doesn't mean they have to be deep into spirituality, right? They could be religious or have some form of faith, but oh my God. They could be religious or have some form of faith, but this just feels like somebody with that teacher. It's like, even if they're younger in age, this is somebody that's very wise and they're going to show you certain things about yourself that you didn't even know in a positive way. Wow, there's metamorphosis, change. Like the caterpillar that emerges from its cocoon, you're about to get your wings. Beautiful. We got wishful thinking. You are learning how to manifest the life you desire. So with this commitment and teacher, to kind of take it off the aspect of love, for some of you, you may be further committing to your studies, right? Whether this is university, college, or whether this has to do at work, right? Further improving your skills and qualifications so that way you can get a higher pay. That way you can get a promotion. For some of you, you may be signing some form of legal contract or dedicating yourself to something that has a higher purpose or a higher meaning for you. Doesn't mean it has to be in the spiritual realm, but say if you're wanting to open that business or start that business and this is something that you really feel committed to, you may be looking at mentors or people that have already started in that lane or in that field and getting advice or reaching out to them for advice, because right underneath this teacher is family, friends, and guides. So if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or thinking about setting up a stream of income, or you're thinking about investing or some form of investments, it's like you're reaching out to people, or whether it's literally reaching out to people, whether this is through books or whether this is watching like videos or podcasts, you're learning something that can get you to where you want to be, and you're committing yourself to that, right? So you may have been wishing to increase your finances, right? So say you want to invest in NFTs or the real estate market, but you're not really familiar with it. You're watching podcasts, maybe reaching out to people that's in that area, watching YouTube videos on how to do it correctly or appropriately so that way you can yield the results that you've been looking for. This is and by doing this and by moving towards this trajectory, you will be changing your life and creating the life that you desire, the finances you desire, maybe the career that you desire, maybe moving further into your life purpose or path or spirituality and finding like a spiritual guide or a spiritual practitioner that can help you, evolve your skills or help you further deepen your spiritual understanding and ground your spiritual understanding. Again, whether this is in career or finance, it's like reaching out to those people who've done it before so that way you can know how to do it, so that way you can build up your income or your finances. This is so beautiful. Tell me more, Spirit. What are the good things that are coming Capricorn's way between late April through June? What are the good things coming Capricorn's way between late April and June? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Fool in the reverse. The Empress. Two more. What good things? Ten of Wands. Okay, I'm going to have to break this up into two groups because I'm getting this. The Hermit. I just heard the researcher. There's something you're discovering or researching. And you're keeping it close to yourself. And then the Hierophant. And then the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're keeping, in the Nine of Cups, you're keeping this close. And then the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not going to keep pulling. But you're keeping this close to the chest, Capricorn. You are. Let me speak outside of love for a quick second here, because this Ten of Wands and the Fool in the reverse. You may have made commitments or investments to things, whether it's a career, an investment, a job opportunity, something that did not pan out well for you, and you still remember, right? So this could be investing money into the real estate market, and you took a big loss, and you're still trying to recoup or regain, or you decided to go with a job or with a company and, it didn't yield the outcomes that you were looking for, and you still may be wounded by the experiences you've had at that workplace. There's something here that you really put your all into that you didn't see the outcomes, and because of that, there's this sense of like you don't want to take a risk. There's this fear of taking a risk because what if things pan out the same? What if you receive the same outcomes that you did in the past? And I do see you carrying the weight of that. But there's something very interesting about you here at Capricorn, because we got this Empress and the Hermit, and this is why I like this. This is so beautiful when we talk about the good things that are coming your way, because it's like you're now restructuring the way that you go about things. Because with the Emperor and the Empress, the Empress and the Hermit, this is, instead of taking I'm sorry, my cat Lucky is just going off right now. Instead of taking a foolish risk or, an uncalculated risk with that Fool, just going off of the promise or the outcomes that you feel that you can have, this Empress and the Hermit, you may have taken some time to regain or rebuild yourself up to where you are, or to at least regain some sense about yourself or about your stance when it comes to how you invest or how you take your risk. And it's like now you're in this moment or in this space of like, okay, before I risk or before I bet on something or before I put my money on something or before I take up an opportunity, I'm going to research, deep dive, make sure it aligns with my soul, and then deep dive some more. It's like you're really going in to make sure that it produces the outcomes you're looking for, the Empress, that you come out on top. And when I'm looking at this Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Cups, I definitely see you coming out on top with this Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. But one thing I will say, you're keeping this close to your chest. So what this can feel like, and I had to tell this to another sign, it's like you don't want to speak. It was Cancer. That's why I had to tell it to. You don't want to speak too soon because you don't want to jinx it. Right? So you're not going to be boastful and bragging. You're not going to post on social media or telling all your friends like, hey, I just invested to this NFT and, I made $10,000, or I got this new position and they give me these bonuses and a company car and they pay me X, Y. You're keeping it close to your chest. You're committing to something. Right? You're committing to something, but you're keeping it close to your chest and you're enjoying it all to yourself. You're not posting, you're not bragging, you're not being braggadocious. You're embracing all of the blessings of whatever this commitment that you're going to be agreeing to between late April and June. You're keeping it and you're just in loving it. You're living in it and you're soaking it up. Now, for my ones that may have to, where this has to do with love, because I'm seeing this commitment and the Hierophant here, this can really talk about you've been burnt in the past. It's same kind of concept. You've been burnt in the past, so you may be a bit fearful of love or risking it all in love, because with that Ten of Swords in reverse, you still may be recovering from an ending that has happened for you. You still may be carrying the weight of that burden, and you're really trying to regain your position in life, right? You're really trying to be back on top and just feel good about yourself again. So you may have been taking some time to yourself, maybe self-care, self-healing. This Hermit and the Empress really talk strongly about self-care and doing the inner work, right? So maybe healing on the internal plane, maybe treating yourself to things that you may like, or spoiling yourself a little bit just to feel better about yourself. But there is a commitment that's coming in that you, despite what didn't work out in the past, if this has to do with love, you know that at the end of the day, you still want a marriage, or you still want a relationship, or you still want a partner. So even just by still having those desires, there's been a sense of you manifesting these things. And when I'm looking at this bottom deck energy here, it's like you're getting what you've asked for. Nine of Cups, wish fulfilled. You're getting what you've been asking for, but you're enjoying it in silence. So it's like, because you've been hurt and maybe you've shown off your past relationship, or maybe you bragged about your past relationship partner, or maybe, you know, you thought you and your past relationship partner was going to make it to the end, or you thought that was the one for you and it didn't work out. It's like you don't want to jinx it. You don't want to jinx it by talking about it, by bragging about it, by posting it on social media. It's like it's going to be you and that person, and you two enjoying each other's company, enjoying each other's love, being in each other's energy, and that's it. So Capricorn, this is really solid energy. Look out, man. The next couple months, you're going to be in a whole different life cycle. All right. So I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hey, my Aquas. Hopefully all you guys are okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into what good things are coming your way between late April, May, and June. So for my Aquas, my Aquariuses, we got joyous fun. Hey. What are you getting yourself into? Letting go. Oh. And it's represented by energy. And so is joyous fun. Oh, you know what this feels like? Now, I know Aquarius season has already passed, but Aquarius, and I'm going to give you a little piece of advice if this isn't already something you want to put into motion. If you are not traveling, if you are not going out, if you are not hanging with friends, if you are not just doing things that make you feel good, can you please do so? Can you please afford yourself the luxury to just enjoy yourself for some? There's this energy, like it's a shift, like with that letting go. People that didn't work out and serve your best interest, relationships that didn't work out, that didn't serve your best interest, circumstances, jobs, etc. I had to tell this to Leo, I think. So some of you may have Leo in your chart. But there's this energy of you needing to let things the F go. Don't be in the head. And I know we have to still keep that analytical and that logical part of ourselves, right? Especially you being an air sign, especially with you being ruled by Saturn, right? So, you know, there tends to be a lot of hardships that I think a lot of people don't really recognize that you deal with on the mental, cerebral capacity. Because Saturn is a hard energy to deal with and to bear with. And it's like, you know, you kind of come into this world just like Capricorn, being an adult and having to take on a lot of responsibilities and having to take on a lot of duties. And, you know, you are best able to handle those things, but it doesn't mean that you want to handle those things, right? You're best capable to handle the heartbreaks and hardships and hard circumstances of life. But God dang it, doesn't mean you want to handle it. Doesn't mean you want to deal with it. So when I say allow yourself or afford yourself the luxury to just enjoy yourself, and that's what this feels like, that's one of the good things that's coming your way. It's like this season between late April through June, sorry if you can hear my cat in the background, it's like you're doing things that bring you pleasure, whether this is traveling, whether this is, you know, going out more, maybe this is enjoying your children and doing fun things with your children that you haven't been able to do, especially if you live over here like me, Northern Hemisphere, where, you know, we just got out of winter season. Now we're in spring. It's like things are going to be heating up. If you're in the South like me, I'm in Texas. Things already have heated up. So you may just be spending time with your children, maybe traveling, vacationing, just wanting to get out and about and be around the town. And yes, you need it because, again, with this speaking up and letting go, it's just like, and let me read this to you. It says, your soul is guiding you to stand up in your light and speak your truth. It's just like you're having this understanding and realization of yourself, and it feels like it increases each and every day that passes of like, you know what? I just can't keep bearing the weight of this heartbreak or this circumstance or my finances or this thing that's happening or other people's problems that they put on to me. I don't want to deal with that. And you shouldn't have to. But again, Aquarius, because you're so cerebral and you're so of the mind and a bit detached from your emotions, people think, you know, you can handle things, right? Even if you've dealt with hardships on your own, people think, oh, well, Aquarius, you know, they tend to denounce your emotions or the fact that you feel or the fact that you can feel the weight of the world in great capacity. And that's, you know, you feel everything. But the thing about it is you look at it from more of a detached lens and you analyze what you're feeling and you really process. But guess what happens when you do that? That keeps you in the mind, which means you wear the weight of those burdens so much heavier than most people and most signs, right? Because where we feel things the most is on the mental space. And people don't recognize that about you. So now you're moving into the season of, you know what, I'm letting this shit go. I'm letting it go. I want to do for me. I want to go out. I want to have fun. I just want to be free. I want to be light. I want to be lighthearted. I just want to feel like the old Aquarius again. I just want to be back in my energy. And that's what you're doing, Aquarius. So tell me more of the good things. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Cups upright. Tell me more about my Aquariuses. What good things are coming their way for my Aquariuses? Two of Swords. The World. I heard if you don't have anything to offer, don't offer me anything at all. You're not willing to take people's breadcrumbs. You know, little gestures or little things that they can offer you or aid to you. Page of Swords, Nine of Cups. Yep. Five of Swords in the upright. You're okay. This goes back to you, Aquarius. And that Five of Swords in this context is talking about mental conflict. Back to letting go. You wear the weight of your world. Again, you are ruled by Saturn. Also, you are ruled by Uranus, right? So you have both of these planets, one of structure and restriction and duty and service, along with Uranus, freedom, being eccentric, breaking free, being radical. You've always dealt with those two struggles internally because, again, you're ruled by both. So on one instant, you want to be free and just live your most rebellious life or just do things that you want to do on your own accord. But then on the other side, you know you got responsibilities, you know you got duty, and you can feel the weight of the world on your back. Right, so it makes it hard to live a free life. Page of Pentacles in the reverse of this Two of Swords. It's like you're blocking out people, circumstances, or situations that don't offer or aid in this joyous fun. You don't want to, and not to say in a bad context, but you don't really want to deal with other people's bullshit, whether it's hearing other people's problems or other people crying or moping or nagging about their shit. You don't want to deal with petty offers from a job or from a company that really doesn't add to your bottom line. You don't want to deal with romantic offers or relationships that can only give you a little bit of something but ain't giving you much of anything, if anything at all. It's like you're blocking that. You're in the state of, okay, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And again, with the world here, some of you may be trying to figure out where you want to travel to. Because again, I keep getting this energy of traveling. So if you aren't traveling, if you haven't planned a trip, even if it's a trip to go out and do your own thing for the weekend, please plan it. You deserve it. You really do. Plan a little weekend getaway, whether it's a weekend getaway in your town, a weekend getaway in another state, city, country, etc. Plan a getaway because you really do need that. And for some of you, you're already in that state of trying to figure out where do you want to go next? What do I want to do next? Nine of Cups. Excuse me. Ten of Cups. This goes back to this joyous fun. For some of you, because it's not really coming up romantic here for me, and this isn't a romantic reading, so I'm not trying to read love energies. But you're moving into a state of not only getting what you want, which is being able to be more in your Uranus energy of feeling free, enjoying your freedom, being in your truthful self. There's also something here about further discovering your identity. So it's like through these travels or through these experiences out in the world of being able to be free and lighthearted, it's like you get to reconnect with that inner child. Because I'm looking at two pages, even though one is in the reverse. You're going to be reconnecting with that inner child, that inner youthful spirit, that inner joy of like, what Aquarius truly loved to do, or who Aquarius truly was before Aquarius had to carry the weight of the world on their back. You're reconnecting to that most intimate core part of you. And because of that, it's like you just feel so free. And mind you, even though we're talking about what good things are coming your way, a lot of times, you know, we tend to want to know, okay, are we getting a raise? Is a new love coming in? Am I getting this new opportunity? But you got to understand, we got to make sure our foundation is intact so that way we can sustain the external blessings or good things that come our way. And for you, just like a lot of the other signs I've done, this has to do with the internal plane. This is restructuring your internal identity, your internal sense of freedom, and your internal sense of joy. Because when I see this Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, when we get to the end of May going into June, there's something that's happening, a strong fulfillment that really fulfills you emotionally. Before then, I do see you getting your wishes. So maybe you've been wanting to travel or wanting to get out or wanting to jump into something new that really brings you a lot of joy. But when we start to get into June, something really comes into full circle or into its fullest peak. In Aquarius, I can't say how excited I am for you, because you're connecting to that inner child, that inner youth, and just finally feeling free. And that, my friend, is the biggest blessing and the biggest thing that you can receive on the space of what good things are coming your way, is to feel free. And that's what's happening for you. So I love this. So I'm going to leave this here, Aquarius. Bye. Hey Pisces, Mariah here. I'm going to go ahead and get into what good things are coming your way. Hopefully you're doing really well this day, night, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Let's see, for my Pisces, what good things are coming Pisces away. By the way, happy belated birthday. I know I have not read for you guys in quite some time. But let's see what's going on here. What's happening with Pisces late April through June? What good things are coming Pisces' way? Travel. And I just told Aquarius about this, getting into some form of travel. Dark Thoughts is on the bottom of the deck. So some of you may have Aquarius in your chart, but with that travel, Pisces, it feels like you're going to be able to, this goes two ways. Some of you may be able to be afforded the time, space, and luxury to travel, to really clear your mind and release a lot of things that have been weighing heavy on you. Maybe some dark thoughts. Maybe you've been through some hardships, some hard times, some dark times. You know, maybe some of you have been going through the dark night of the soul and you're traveling, and it doesn't have to be long distance travel, but it can be short travel. Maybe travel around your community, maybe a weekend getaway, maybe going to a different city, state, country, I don't know. But there's some sense of traveling here to really relinquish a lot of these heavier energies you've been feeling. Now, on the other scope of this, some of you may be moving away, releasing. If you're not physically traveling, this could be traveling on the mental scope, right? On the consciousness. You're traveling away from, but it feels more like physical. So between late April and June, there may be an opportunity to travel. It doesn't have to be, again, a big trip. This could be just taking a little weekend getaway. Or this could be, just going, spending the weekend out around your town, taking care of yourself, doing things for yourself. But again, for others of you, this can be more on the mental scope of like traveling away from dark thoughts. Finally, in this season, it's like, and I know sometimes we tend to think of, okay, well, what good things are coming towards us, right? Is it love? Is it career? Is it finances, money? I think a lot of times tarot readers can reduce good things to actual external things outside of ourselves, but a lot of times the good things really hold weight within ourselves, because like I had to tell Aquarius, if the foundation is not solid, or if the foundation is not good to sustain the external blessings that are coming your way, all you will do is get them and not appreciate them, or not have the same amount of gratitude, or you'll get them and then you're like, okay, well, what's next? What's after this, right? So there's some your good things has to do with a lot of mental and psychological restructuring and releasing dark thoughts. Now we have intuition. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. Soul group. You are getting ready to unite with your soul, family, and support team. 2 minds are better than 1. 3 minds are better than 2. 4 minds are unstoppable. I'm going to tell you this. Now I have to stick with this travel energy, because again, I felt that strongly. If there's an opportunity to travel, whether this is a solo travel or traveling with somebody, please do not pass up the opportunity. Please, 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 please do not pass up the opportunity. Your intuition is going to feel like, you know what, maybe I should. Your intuition is going to tell you, you know what, this is what I need to do. Whether it's taking a solo healing trip or whether this is taking a trip with somebody else, please agree to it, especially if your intuition is guiding you towards it, because there's something that's going to happen on this trip. If you go by yourself, you're going to be meeting somebody. It does not have to be romantic, but you're going to be meeting somebody that really understands you, that really sees, you and your, wow, Ace of Cups. What I tell you, you're going to be meeting somebody. Ace of Cups and the Sun is here. You're going to meet somebody who really understands you, who really sees you, who really sees your value. You're going to be meeting somebody who, it's like I'm seeing the 2 of Cups here. And I have to break this down so that way you can understand the energy that I'm feeling off of these cards. When we see the 2 of Cups in a tarot reading, we tend to think of love or romance, or we tend to think about like a soulmate connection, right? Whether it's romantic or platonic. But I will tell you this, and I actually experienced the 2 of Cups recently in my personal life when I took a little vacation. And I thought, and I asked before I went on this vacation, would I meet anybody on this vacation? And it showed me the 2 of Cups, and it showed me, yes, you would. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to meet somebody. This would be romantic. I'm going to meet somebody in the context of love. And little did I know it was an Uber driver. Out of all people, it was an Uber driver that I met. But that single meeting with this person, he had to drive me from one side of my location to the other side, and it took about an hour, the entire drive total. And in that drive, we had an in-depth conversation. And mind you, there were certain things that this person said, and I went to Hawaii, I'm in Texas. There's certain things he said where he worked. I literally can see his old work building. Where he used to live out here, we used to live in the same area. There's no way in the world me and this person should have ever crossed places. And the fact that we had so much connected to us, and that also every time I look out my window in my home, I always see his work building, right? So there's still that connectivity. The reason why I'm giving you this backstory, Pisces, is because that's what I'm feeling here. Don't just isolate this to romance, because you may disappoint yourself. Not saying it can't be with the Ace of Cups in the Sun, but this is more so telling me that whoever you do meet on this trip, Pisces, there's somebody that you'll meet that really will understand you. There's going to be certain indicators that you will pick up and be like, there's no way I should have crossed paths with you. Or, oh my God, I can't believe we grew up the same. Or, oh my God, I can't believe we grew up in the same church or around the same religion. Or I can't believe, you went to such and such university and so did I. Like, there's no way that you and this person, there's no way your path should have crossed. And when you start talking to this person, you're going to have that aha moment that the universe has put this person on your path for a reason. And there's going to be a conversation or a talk here that really allows you to remove whatever internal conflict, whatever dark thoughts. There's something this person is going to enlighten you to, or words of wisdom, or words of guidance, or words of love, or words of hope that this person is going to enlighten you to, that really allows you to release any remaining dark thoughts that you may be having, or any dark energies you may be having. This person will do that for you. And this is very important to go on this trip, or to take a trip, even if it's your own trip and you just decide to do a weekend getaway in your city or in your town. It's very important that you do this, because that's the missing quadrant that you need to fully release whatever this dark thought is. Now, for others of you, if you are going on a trip with somebody, it's like there's a conversation, same context. There's a conversation you and this person that you two are going to have, and because you're in a different environment, you guys get to really have a heart-to-heart or have a one-to-one. There's certain things that this person is going to make you privy of or enlighten you to that makes you go, oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I get it. Those words that you said, I never thought of, or I haven't heard, or I never looked at it that way. You know what? You're absolutely right. And it allows you to release this dark thought or this heaviness you've been dealing with. So again, Pisces, do not pass up on any travel opportunities, whether it's you taking yourself out or whether you get offered a trip. Do not pass up, because that's going to be, again, the missing quadrant that you need to fully release any internal conflict or dark thoughts you've been having, so that way you can finally feel free, you can feel liberated, you can feel back in your power, and you can feel whole again. But you're being aligned with somebody's path on purpose to finally have that last portion released. So, Pisces, I love this. All right? Thank you so much. Bye.